Okay, I don't know what just happened, but we just lost the video. Oh well. This is Angela with today's wisdom, and it's coming from Daily Ohm, a life of passion, getting back to what you love. There are times in life when we are committed to pursuing our passions. Every molecule in our body is focused on doing what we love. And we know from when we were kids, when you're so excited about what you wanted to do, when you grew up, and you were just so into it and everything, that that's the thing that we experience a lot when we're young. At other times, necessity and responsibility dictate that we put our dreams aside and do what needs to be done. And that's what I used to tell my coaching clients is your job doesn't have to be you. Your job is what you do for money. You have an evening or, have whatever shift you work. You have a time where there's time to do the things you love to do. Whether it be, like I said, of an evening, of a Saturday, Sunday, whatever. Make time to do the things that you want to do, and that will enrich your life and you'll feel fulfilled versus, I hate this job, I hate the life I have to live. People get stuck in that, and then they're unhappy. It is during these moments that we may choose to forget what it feels like to do what we love to do. And you shouldn't have to ever do that. Like I said, your job is what you do for money. When you're on your time, you can do the things you love. You should schedule some time every day, to do the things that you love to do. There are many other reasons for why we may leave our passions behind. And unfortunately, that can be, unsupportive parents, unsupportive people around you that say, you can't do that, you shouldn't do that. And this may make you feel like, well, maybe I can't, maybe I shouldn't. And so you don't. A hobby may lose its appeal once we realize it will never turn into our dream job. And that can be true too. We might think, well, we're just not good enough to do this and we're never going to get there. And that's negative thinking. And I can tell you, I love playing music. I'm never going to be a concert pianist, I don't believe, unless my brain changes. Because the communication between my brain and fingers and things is just not there anymore. I think the stroke kind of took some of that away too. Excuse me. But I still enjoy doing it and I love doing it and I'm going to keep doing it. Someone important to us may keep telling us that our passions are childish and unsuitable until we finally believe them. And this unfortunately happened, in my generation, where parents, there was kind of a stigma against people doing anything creative, No, you're not going to make a success at that. Just get you a real job, And I think in this generation, our children's generation, more of us encouraged them when they wanted to be creative. And there's so many young people now who are in creative fields who are making a go of it and becoming millionaires doing it that, hopefully we realize now that, you can be successful in a creative endeavor. You don't have to be in a real job and live a life that you don't want to live. Forgetting about what you love to do can be a form of self-sabotage, and it is, because you get these negative feelings and you believe that what other people are saying is true. So you don't pursue what you love, you don't get into it anymore, and you lose your spark, honestly. If you can forget about your dreams, then you never have to risk failure. And a lot of people are that way too. They don't want to put themselves out there to ridicule or failure, and so they hold back. But just because we've decided to ignore our passions doesn't mean they no longer exist. Because we all know that they do. In the back of our mind, well, if I could have done this, or, what I should have done was, and so don't put yourself in that position, do what you love to do. Even if you have to do it, like I say, on your own time, do what you love to do. Nothing can fill the emptiness that remains in a space vacated by a passion that we have tossed aside. And that's true. You'll live with regret all your life if you do this. Besides, life is too short to stop doing what you love, and it is never too late to rediscover your favorite things. And it's not. Look at all the older people who, once they retire, take back up painting or, acting or singing, and they become known for it. There's been a lot of painters who came in late in life, and made a go of it. So, it's never too late. If you gave up playing an instrument, painting, drawing, spending time in nature, or any other activity or interest that you once loved to do, now may be the time to take up that passion again. And of course it is. You should never give up anything you love to do, because that takes away from you. And that leaves you empty. In psychotherapy, one of the things they teach you is you can only give from your overflow. If you're empty, you're not going to have anything to give to other people except a bad attitude and a negative, outlook. If you don't remember what it is that you used to be passionate about, you may want to think about the activities or interests that you used to love, or the dreams that you always wished you could pursue as a child. Because like I said, we know who we are when we're kids. We know who we are and who we want to be. It's when the adults around us start stamping that down, whether it be parents, other family members, teachers, people just in the community. And like I said, people have their own issues. And children are an easy target because they can't really fight back. So, unfortunately, a lot of feelings get put onto kids that shouldn't. You don't have to neglect your responsibilities to pursue your passions. And you don't have to neglect your commitments to do what you love. Like I said, you got, 24 hours in a day. If you need to sleep 8 of those, of course, then it leaves you with, I guess, like 16. And only half of that is the day you're working, unless you're working a lot of overtime or whatever. So you can make time for the things that you love to do, and you should. When you make an effort to incorporate your interests into your life, the fire within you ignites, because then you're happier, you're more fulfilled. You feel excited, inspired, and fed by the flames that are sparked by living your life with passion for what you love. And we should all be doing that, because we'd be happier people. The world would be a better place. So, live your life of passion. Get back to doing what you love. And like I said, make the time, because that's important. Think about it. That's all for now.